welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be talking about what you actually need to start YouTube. So a lot of times you see these videos and they say you need this expensive ass camera, you need this expensive ass tripod, you need this expensive ass lighting system, and you need an expensive ass looking background. But I'm here to tell you that's not true. You do not need these expensive things to start YouTube. And honestly, I don't think that you should start YouTube with those expensive things. So let's get into what I personally think you need to start YouTube. The first thing that you are going to need is you are going to need some form of either a camera or an iPhone. So on most iPhones nowadays, they have a well enough camera on them, and even if you have like, I don't know, I really don't know much about like Androids and Notes and stuff like that, but I've heard that they don't have awful cameras. I'm not really sure, but I know personally iPhones, they have an amazing camera built into them. So go ahead and take that into use that camera and upload videos. So eventually, yes, you are going to want to get a camera that's just normal. Obviously, iPhone quality to camera quality, they're not the same. But it does the trick when you're first starting out, or if you just don't have the money to buy a camera. I always say, if you want to start. Do not wait until you save up enough money or you finally feel the need that you want to buy one. Don't wait, because if you wait, you're never going to start. You're just going to keep pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off. Start out, use your iPhone to vlog. It works just the same. The second thing that you are going to need if you plan on doing any form of sit-down video is you are going to need a tripod. Now, they do have ones that are like $25 to $30 on Amazon, but if you're kind of on a budget and you just don't have it right then and there, they actually have tripods at Walmart. They aren't the greatest, but if you take care of it and you don't like overdo it, they do stay pretty well. They do hold their function pretty well. So they do have them at Walmart for about 10 bucks. And then the only thing is if you are using an iPhone, you do have to buy an adapter. They don't make, at least I haven't seen them personally in stores. So my adapter was about, I think it was like $5 or $6 on Amazon. I will have them linked down in the description below so you can check it out. But you have to buy an adapter, which is only $5 to $6. So it just kind of depends on your budget. Personally, when I started doing YouTube videos, I actually didn't have a tripod. I used to use one of those car mounts, and I would mount it to the window, which it did not look good, but that's what I did just for the time being until I did eventually get a tripod. Another reason why you don't want to buy an expensive one is because if you're new to YouTube and you don't necessarily know if you're going to even like doing YouTube, you probably don't want to invest a whole lot of money into equipment. So then the third thing that you do need is you are going to need some sort of light. Now, I personally, I don't have softbox lights, and I don't have a ring light. All I personally have is a window. Now, I will say that this is free. This window didn't have to pay, well, I pay rent, but I don't pay rent for the window, I pay rent for the apartment. But anyways, you need some source of light. I've tried filming at night. I don't like the way that the light echoes in here. I've done a couple of videos here and there, but I just never like it. I think that it always looks too, I don't know, it just doesn't look good. So for me personally, I always film during the day. Now, this is going to cause you some issues in the fact that if you aren't home during the day, or if you don't want to film during the day for whatever reason, you may actually have to buy lights. You can also use a floor lamp, is a pretty good use if you are in a smaller space than this, with lower ceilings. If you have an overhead light, that can be good too if you know how to angle your camera correctly. I personally am not that great at it, so I don't like doing that. The fourth thing that you are going to need is you are going to need some form of an editor. Now, they do have like the expensive one, the Final Cut Pro. that's like $400. I'm not about that life. Although I think eventually I probably will. But anyways, I'm not about that life right now. So I don't have that. But if you have a Windows computer, I know they usually come with like Windows Maker, which isn't the greatest, but it gets the job done. And if you have an iPhone, at least I know for sure on the 7 and up, I don't think the 6 or below have it, but they actually come with iMovie on them. Now you can't do a whole lot on it. You can't like place text, and it's, you know, it's not the greatest, but again, it gets the job done and it's free. So if you're filming on your iPhone and you're and you're editing on your iPhone, it's convenient, right? And that's personally what I do. The fifth thing that you are going to need is you are going to need some sort of storage. Now, personally, I don't need a storage just because I do have one of the higher gigabytes phones, so I've been able to kind of balance it. However, if you have a lower gigabyte phone, you really need to think about getting DROPBOX is a good one. You can use iCloud. I have issues with iCloud. It never syncs. It's always a mess. And then DROPBOX is free, but it's only free for 2 gigabytes, I believe. I personally just recently had to upgrade to the $10 plan a month because I was running out of space like crazy. Alright, y'all, so those are the things that I think you need in order to start YouTube. I personally don't believe that you should buy all the expensive things to start out. I think that you should just buy the minimal things and use what you have before you sit and spend a whole lot of money on fancier things, because if you buy those fancy things and then you stop, you can't return them because you've already used them. So, you know, you don't want to waste money on things like that until you know for sure. If you like this video, go ahead, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead, click the red subscribe button right down below. And if you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram or my blog, they are always linked down in the description. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.
Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me.